Hello and welcome back to Wonderland. My name is Dallas and this is David, my husband.
Hello.
And we would like to invite you for afternoon tea at the W Hotel here in London, right behind us. So come along with us as we celebrate the first afternoon tea of the new year with you. So come along with us and join us down the rabbit hole and we'll experience it together.
Raise a glass, you've made it another year. Happy birthday, have a laugh, crack a smile, even shed a tear. Because it's your birthday. Pop the cork, pour the flute, make a wish, and don't forget to count the candles. Now.
Well, hello. It looks like we made it down the rabbit hole for another afternoon tea adventure. And this one's really special because David's here. He knows, right? And also it's our first of the new year. So I want to wish you all a very happy new year. Happy New Year to you too.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And you guys, Happy New Year. Yay!
Cheers.
So we all found ourselves in the W Hotel for a very special themed afternoon tea, and it's called the Après Tea. And we're going to have special little delights that are supposed to be reminiscent of coming off the slopes somewhere in Switzerland. So I'm looking forward to this. How about you guys? On a little side note, so you saw us toasting with a bit of rabbit juice. Now, you know, there's been quite a few of you guys wondering, what's the story about rabbit juice?
Why? Why is it called rabbit juice? People want to know.
Do you want to know? Well, if you want to know, make sure that you check out my community tab on my YouTube page, and there's a lovely little story that tells you exactly why this is called rabbit juice. So the Après Ski tea starts out at £50.75 per person, but if you want a glass of Vie Clicquot, it's going to cost you £70.50 per glass. So that's just silly to spend £20 a person for a glass of rabbit juice. So we ended up getting a bottle of Vie Clicquot Rosé because you know what? It's cost efficient, I think. And we're celebrating
That's
the
not a new thing
year.
for New Year. Cost efficiency.
Cost
Buy
efficiency.
bottles instead of glasses.
Yes, I mean, come on. But yes, that's what we're doing. And so here we are. The W Hotel is located right in the beginning of Leicester Square, right here in London. I mean, it is a packed area of town. We're filming right just about a few days before New Year, and there are people everywhere outside. We have such a good view of downstairs with all the people going right below us. On one part is Leicester Square, and then right down the street is all of Chinatown. It is bustling like crazy here. They just brought the most beautiful après ski mountain of goodness for us to try. So on it, I see that we have 6 different kinds of savories. We've got our lovely scones with clotted cream and jam. And then we finish up with 5 different kinds of sweet treats. So boy, this looks like it's going to be a wonderful afternoon tea. We're going to dive in right now with our afternoon tea. We're going to dive in right now with our afternoon tea. I can always tell when my husband is filming with me, he's very clever and very, very naughty. For our first savory delight. And what I see, it is a beetroot and dill smoked salmon with keta caviar. And it's apparently a luxurious flavor of the sea. So I really like that first savory very much. It was served on beetroot bread, which generally I'm not really fond of beetroot, but it gave it a little bit of an earthy taste to it. The bread to me was soft enough. It was a little hard, but nothing bad. But I think it was a good amount of salmon with it, and there was also a lovely little knob of more salmon on top of it. So it made it for quite a nice sandwich, definitely. So up next is something that can be really good or really not so good, depending on if you like mushrooms, which I do. This is a savory crepe roll filled with wild mushroom and tarragon. Apparently a earthy delight. I loved it. I thought it was delicious and beautiful and gorgeous. It was very, very earthy. The mushrooms have been definitely pureed. Beautiful, beautiful mushroom flavor. And what I really liked is that crepe, it was not rubbery at all. It almost dissolved in your mouth. I've had crepe rolls before and I've never been very thrilled with them, but this one was delicious. So up next is a classic coronation chicken finger sandwich. You see it right here. Very nice. It looks like it's pretty well filled, definitely. So as David just mentioned to me, the bread is not the soft, pillowy stuff. It feels like it was made or left out a little bit. But boy, it looks like it's a nice, juicy sandwich anyways. So let's give it a go. Now that was very unique. So I've tried a lot of coronation chicken sandwiches, and I enjoy them very much. But each place you go has a little bit of a different flavor profile. He was a little bit more mushy, but David also pointed out he tasted something in the back of his palate, and we decided that it was smoke. It was a smoky aftertaste, and you know, very nice. Did you enjoy it? I mean, yeah.
I loved it. I love it. I love Coronation's chicken. I actually said it tastes like a burnt barbecue, and she went, "Oh, smoky flavour in the back palate." That's the difference between you and I, isn't it?
Yeah. Burnt barbecue or a smoky flavor. Our next little savory is going to be a crisp potato Rosty filled with sour cream and smoked ham. A very comforting Swiss classic. The Rosty itself, it was very, very pronounced. Very much of a baked or a fried kind of potato. David kept saying that it tasted like one of the cereal snacks that we have here. A crisp called, what, a hula hoop?
It tasted like barbecue hula hoops.
Hula hoops, I'll show you what those are here. But beyond that, yeah, I think that was the pronounced flavor. There was the ham and the sour cream, but I really just tasted that potato. But I really enjoyed it. I think, you know, hey, anything other than a normal afternoon tea selection, I'm always up for. So good job, W Hotel. We are still soldiering on. We are going up that mountain, or going down the mountain. I'm not sure which one we're going. I think we're going up the mountain to the sweets. So what we have now is we have a mini croissant with melted raclette cheese, and it's capturing the heart of the Alps. Very buttery, very flaky. I mean, the flakes went everywhere. But I'll tell you, the raclette cheese, I really love raclette cheese. That is a classic Swiss melted. It's very strong before you melt it, definitely, but I just love it. So what'd you think? You thought it was okay?
Yeah, it was okay. I liked it. I liked it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just prefer a slightly different cheese.
That worked. It was a Swiss classic for our Après Ski. I am saving the best for last. So this is a creamy truffle mayonnaise on a brioche bun. I am so excited to try this. You know how much I love truffle. And my first truffle of the new year is always welcome. Let's hope it lives up to my expectations. So that was a little bit of a disappointment because I did not taste that lovely truffle flavor that I was looking for. The egg mayonnaise itself was very creamy. There wasn't a lot of texture, and it was presented on a brioche bun, which made it a little too sweet for my liking. But you know, if you have picky eaters, I don't think much here, if anything, would offend anybody at all. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. I had a nice little egg mayonnaise little delight. So, you know, what do you do?
Personally, I think they just named the chicken Truffle. And they said, Mr. Truffle, can you just lay your egg? And that's what we're going to use. Truffle egg mayonnaise.
Now it's time, we're gonna go on to our scone course. We have plain as well as cranberry studded scones. And it looks like there is a bit of clotted cream and some strawberry jam to go along with it. So the scone was very, very hard on the outside. It was very sweet, actually. The clotted cream and the jam, they were just fine. I had the strawberry and David had the apricot. They weren't life-changing, but they certainly weren't bad. It was a very edible scone, and I enjoyed it. There's several different kinds of hot teas that you can enjoy. We're just trying to flag our waiter down so we can order some. So what I'll do, like normal, I will make sure to put a picture of all of the different kinds of teas that they have on offer at the W Hotel on my YouTube community page. We just received our hot tea, and David has the lavender and I have the apple crumble, I believe it's what it is. And boy, is this a beautiful golden tea. And it smells just like apples and cinnamon. So let's try it. Oh, it's perfect. There is no need for anything in there. It is perfect as it is. Apples and cinnamon is what's on the tin, and that's what it tastes like. David's lavender tea I'm trying right now. It's called Lavender Dream, and it really is a lavender dream. I use a lot of lavender products before we go to sleep at night in our bed linen and all this stuff, you know, just to relax us to go to sleep. And this, it smells exactly like it. The taste is just absolutely beautiful. I've never really tried real lavender tea before, and you know what? This is something I might look into because it's quite nice. So this is the piece de resistance. We're gonna start on our lovely sweets right now. This, the Mountain Top. It is a rich peanut butter mousse with a glossy white chocolate glaze and a dark chocolate bark. It captures the thrill of the slopes. And it comes with 2 chocolate golden flecked skis. The peanut butter mountaintop was absolutely delightful. The funny thing is that it says that it's peanut butter, but it tasted more like a chocolate kind of moussey to me. And then the snow that has fallen below the mountain, it's crumbled meringue for the snow and a lovely little chocolate ski. So this was lovely, and it was still very, very cold, just like a mountaintop that David told me, of course it's gonna be cold. It's a mountaintop. So we're gonna start on our plate of desserts right now. And the first thing we're going to have is the Alpine Tree. It is a layered crumble of apple and almond frangipane it's topped with a delicate vanilla mousse. So let's give it a go. So the little pine tree, it was filled with definitely apple strudel flavor, a little bit of cinnamon in there. There was definitely the vanilla casing around it, a nice like a pudding or a mousse type thing, and then there was a little vanilla cake at the bottom. It was fine, nothing shocking. It was lovely and appley, just like what it said on the container once again. So I'm gonna have a little bit of my apple tea. And that hits the spot. All right, something that looks very holiday. It is a Snowball, a zesty lemon, smooth cream cheese, and spiced fruitcake. And it's nestled on a crisp biscuit. It looks really fun. So I'm looking forward to trying it. Well, that one definitely had a little bit of gelatin in it. It was very lemony, and then you could tell that it was a cheesecake. I didn't detect the spiced fruit cake at all, but it was nice with the biscuit base, definitely. It was just fine for a patisserie, but nothing out of this world. So we are chugging along up that hill, and the next one we have is a red box. A delightful trifle of creamy vanilla custard and mixed berries, wrapped in seasonal charm. It wasn't bad at all. It was just kind of meh. I mean, it was delightful. I personally, I don't like the gelatinous around things to make it pretty, if that makes sense. It had a nice flavor. How can you describe it other than red berries with vanilla? What do you think?
First of all, I've got a trademark on meh. You can't use that.
Oh, meh.
That's
meh.
my catchphrase. Yeah, it was just. I'll tell you what it is. You know when you're having toffees or sweets ice creams and things, you kind of go, oh, I don't want it to end, I want more and more. I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, yeah, okay, next.
I think things are really, really sweet or something.
It's very
It could
sweet.
be.
There are a
yeah.
lot of sweet.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go on to our last sweet. And then we're done. We are at the end of our Après Ski Tea, and we're gonna have one last dessert, and it is going to be the Black Forest Swiss roll. And this is a decadent take on the classic with dark chocolate, cherry, and a light white chocolate chantilly filling. So this is it. I will let you know how it goes once I've tried it. You can tell that they're trying to do the chocolate and cherry and sweet cream flavor, but it kind of just melded together. So we just finished our afternoon tea here at the W Hotel. And you know, we had a nice time. The Après Ski Afternoon Tea was very nice. It was very well prepared. I think the savories were the best and our favorite part of the whole afternoon tea.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yep.
So I would give this probably about a 3.5 stars out of 5. I think they did a good job. The surroundings were lovely. I think the staff was very, very efficient, and the food was refillable. If you're in the Leicester Square area, you know, give it a try if you do not want a traditional afternoon tea. So we will see you next time down the rabbit hole. We've got so many different adventures coming up for you in the new year. So, what have you got to say?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers to you guys.
One and all.
And please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next Friday down the rabbit hole. Bye-bye.
And click the bell.